Howdy, my name is Jaden. Let me ask you a quick question. What would you say that this circle is doing? If you told me that the circle is growing, then you'd be right. It is growing, just like the pressing issue of automation. Now, what is automation? Automation is the act of taking any given job and replacing it with some form of technology. Have you ever been scrolling through Instagram or maybe even TikTok and happen upon a piece of artwork that really just catches your eye, only for you to find out that it's AI? This is a pressing issue for many creative fields, and it's really only the tip of the iceberg. Automation began with the Industrial Revolution, where people were thrown from farm fields and as metalsmiths into factories to work on mass production. This was good in theory because we could make things at a faster rate, but at the same time it offered unsafe work environments and not a whole lot of pay raise. Fact of the matter is, after automation, only the top 1% of earners actually saw an influx in pay raise, whereas low income just experienced stagnation. Truth of the matter is that there's just total replacement for job fields, whether it be people pursuing those fields or already in those fields. They might not be able to have jobs and might need to seek higher education. Now, does this mean that robots are going to take over our lives? Probably not, hopefully. But it does mean that there is a complete loss of these job fields and that people are struggling to find work. There's also difficulty with employment because there's now stagnations in education where people who can actually afford the education are able to work with these advanced technologies, but there's still separation between people who can't afford the education and are forced into low-income work. There's also issues with skill and quality concerns. Fact of the matter is that if there's many issues in the assembly line process, it's really only up to a human that can solve it. A machine can self-diagnose itself, but it can't necessarily diagnose all the issues with why is the metal not burred on the assembly line, or why is the meat coming out too rare on the burger, you know? Now, who might this affect? Fact of the matter is that it's going to affect everybody. Is there anybody working to fix this? Well, yes. There are labor unions and companies working against using advanced technology like AI, as well as trying to prevent it in the use of the workplace. And things like visual communications can also help. You remember the circle example? This is just one facet of something that can represent growth. Fact of the matter is, we can use charts, graphs, and anything that can show us the pressing issue of automation, which would make it easier to digest so that people are better able to understand it. Because the fact of the matter is, with an issue like automation, everybody's going to want to know, because at the end of the day, it might affect us all.